Good evening, good evening. How y'all doing? Good morning. And depends on where you are, how you watching. This video gonna be about the superstar episode on ABC about the one and only Richard Pryor. And I can never say enough about Richard Pryor. As a youngster, I would sneak in to listen to his records. This guy was a voice like James Brown musically at that time, or Stevie Wonder, with the Jackson Five or Curtis Mayfield. Anybody that you think of as a powerful force in music, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Sly and the Family Stone, you know, Marvin Gaye, Stevie, Muhammad Ali in the boxing ring. You think about certain voices and what they gave you. This guy was liberation. He had a jacked up childhood, and there are certain parts that I can relate to. Definitely, racism, segregation, legalized stress, and all that before you're the age of 10 to 15. You grow up in certain areas, you can't make this up. You see certain things, you can't make this up. You know, the greatness of him took it to the stage. The greatness of him was Shakespearean for everybody. This guy was a prophet, a vocal riffing machine, a guy that wasn't afraid to say what he saw, how he felt. Drugs, sex, the whole nine, racism, politics. He talked in a language that was thespian, that it was there should be a course in colleges and high schools on this man, really. Because this guy was a groundbreaker. I have not seen another comedian come along that tapped into the social climate better than him. There have been guys who've been funny, or maybe even in certain segments, had better box office careers at the movies, had long careers, crossed over, but they didn't hit to the core of the people. One thing about Richard Pryor, black, white, and wherever you were from, if you got into him, you got into him. And the other thing about him is this: when you got into him, he didn't have to sell out or do anything extra because he had the goods. It was his natural, uncut rawness. That's what made him special. And he was a voice that tapped into so much. And it was good to see they glossed and bought, cut and paste. The Down the Shore thing, the Barbara Waters thing was cool, reminiscing about that. His candidness about what he thought about his film career, his marriages, you know. Um, and also, I want to give a shout out to Paul Mooney, his collaborator. Knows there are some unclear things, how certain things are here and there, but they worked together and they created a lot of great projects together. But Richard Pryor was that voice. He was that dude that he stirred the glass, he drunk from the cup, and he created in that cup. And he was an incredible creative vessel. And if you get a chance, ABC did that special. It was must see because he's a man that you don't see none of the black comedians and white comedians owe him. They owe him a dime. They should pay him a dime for every time they hit the stage, especially to have the license to go into subject matters where you're being vulnerable, honest, and real. And you couldn't get more real than him. This guy, the Mudbone, miss Mudbone, miss his characters, miss his white voice, miss how he, because I'll do Richard Pryor stuff all the time. I'll tell you something. I don't know how this inflation is going to go. I just don't know how we're going to get here. He would make me, I can't begin to say enough about him. And it was a sad day when he died, but I know MS was really serious. That was a voice. That was artistic genius and greatness. And I don't say that about a lot of people, but he was the truth. And he had the soul, the feeling. Of course, he came out in the 70s, you had to bring it. And he brought the goods. You know, he was the Muhammad Ali of comedy. Yeah, he was the whole nine. One of the voices of all, one of the greatest voices any form of entertainment ever. Period. Please give me your thoughts and your takes. I welcome thoughts and comments. Please hit like to subscribe, and I do respond. Thank you. And what are some of your Richard Pryor moments? Please do tell, and I will respond. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another, and That honesty, that rawness is missing today. Really is. I'm out.